All right, so let's talk about the top 5 platforms to host your live Hangouts. Now, there's always new ones coming out. There's going to be a huge flurry of different software programs to try to optimize Google Hangouts. Google Hangouts are extremely hot right now, and there's a lot of people out gunning to make a better platform. So this is of right now some of my top 5 platforms to host Hangouts, and let's jump into them. So here they are. Let's talk a little bit about each. Some are free, as you can see. If you're on a extremely low budget and can't do much of any kind of payment right now, you can just use the regular Hangouts on Air. And you can do that by going over to Google Plus, clicking on Hangouts, and then going to start a Hangout on Air. And that will allow you to schedule even a Hangout event for free on Google Plus. You can invite your circles, they call them, which are your groups of friends on Google Plus. You can invite certain people individually. You can invite the public. You can basically host a free Hangout event right there on Google Plus. So that's a great option to start with, to practice, to have a few friends together before you make any commitments to a paid service. There are limitations with it, though. I've already talked about in previous videos about the lack of ability to collect emails this way. Now, collecting emails on the front end. You can, within the free Hangouts on Air event, offer a opt-in page in the Showcase app, which we talked about on our apps video. And that is a way to drive people who are live there to an opt-in page to collect emails. So there are some ways to collect emails in the free version. It's just not as effective as using some of these other platforms. So having said that, the Hangouts on Air for free events on Google Plus are great. A lot of people I know have a lot of success reaching a broad audience that way. You can really reach a broad group of people. So if you're not concerned about building your email list, that could be a great option for you. I would tend to say if you're an online entrepreneur and you're not building your email list, you're making a mistake. So I tend to prefer some of these other platforms, and in particular, the one below that, which is Webinar Jam. Webinar Jam is a fabulous Hangout app software that optimizes your Hangouts for maximum marketing value. It allows you to have registration pages on the front end so that you can collect emails before people even enter your live Hangout. This is the platform that we use and we recommend as of 2014. And it's been a fabulous tool for us to build our business. You can collect emails on the front end. It has a fabulous question and answer chat bar that's built into the actual software, whereas some of these others, it's not. It is a fabulous way to engage that way. You can poll people live on your Hangouts. You can offer your products or services directly by having fabulous pop-in offers that are already embedded within the software. So you can basically offer people a link to a sales page, or actually a graphic you can put up that will take people to a sales page, an opt-in page, a free offer, whatever. So it's for marketing purposes and business building purposes. Something like Webinar Jam is a great service. It's currently $297 a year. And so it comes out to around $24 to $75 a month, which is actually very reasonable. And it's a great tool. There's another one that's rivaling that as I record this right now, and it's called Webinar Ninja. It looks cool. I just started looking at it. I think it's about $149 as of end of October 2014. Again, I've not used it. I've not used that one, but a lot of people are saying good things about it. Might be something to check out for you. RunClick is another WordPress plugin that you can use right on your website to host your Hangouts directly. That's cool. It allows you to brand yourself a little bit more instead of using Webinar Jam, which Webinar Jam, you're actually hosting the Hangouts on their servers. With RunClick, which is as of, again, late October 2014, is around $97 for a one-time use. So it's very inexpensive. That obviously price can change, but it allows you to host directly on your WordPress site. I do own RunClick. I think it's a little more tricky to set up than like Webinar Jam. But again, another option for you. 22 Social is another kind of software program that you can maximize your Hangouts with. That allows you to host on fan pages, like Facebook fan pages. You can do that and actually host a live Hangout there. I've not used it. I do know people who are using it and producing Hangouts with it. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I personally, and this is just my own opinions, it could be right or wrong, that hosting on Facebook just isn't the same as far as collecting emails and building that business. Facebook can change things at any time. In fact, they actually just eliminated, I believe, the like gate, which would have people like before entering your Hangout. So there's always some changes there. I think with Facebook, there is always a potential for a rule change. So again, something to look at if you're interested in it. I don't use it. I don't know every piece of information about it, but it's something you can look at. And finally, lead pages plus chat roll. Lead pages is a fabulous tool for creating opt-in pages and sales pages. They actually have a webinar template where you can host your live Google Hangouts directly through their template. A lot of people I know who are big time in the marketing industry are using lead pages for their webinars. And in my opinion of that is I do have lead pages. I use it for a lot of things. I don't host my Hangouts on it because for me, it's a little more work to set up. I think Webinar Jam is a much more intuitive, easy to duplicate service. With lead pages, you're often copying and pasting code to set it up. Plus, there is no built-in chat function like there is in Webinar Jam. So you have to actually have to subscribe to a separate service called Chat Roll and copy the code from that into your Hangout for that specific webinar to make it work. You also need to set up separate opt-in pages and all that stuff for your webinar. So a little more work, I think, and a little more complicated than Webinar Jam, but it certainly is an option. So, for hosting live Hangout webinars, I highly recommend Webinar Jam. I think it's the best product that is available right now as of October 2014. There are going to be other products coming out that I'm sure will rival this or try to knock it off. But as of right now, I think it's the way to go if you are looking to really take your Hangouts to the next level. I would do all of your stuff within Webinar Jam if you're looking to build your business. So in the next video, I'm going to be talking about some strategies for using Webinar Jam, the power of live webinars, and some ways that you can include just your normal content, your normal video podcast within some of these functions, in some of these applications like Webinar Jam.